Hello, hello, hello. So, want to do a quick load order and a little gameplay here on the... Now, this is going to be on the Series X, and I created a new character because I changed up a few things in this load order. Not a lot, not anything huge, but still, I wanted to go ahead and start someone new so that I could, you know, kind of see how this goes. It's like I said, it's not hugely different, but I have changed some things on the Series X load order. So I just want you to be able to see the mods that I'm using. I am trying out a new thing, that mini dress collection, just for fun. It only affects the clothing. It doesn't affect the armors or anything. Not using any big major NPC replacer like Botox, but I'm using the smaller one from Lynn that I think works well. And of course, I'm still doing Skyland all-in-one. And I moved the loads, the LOD mod, down below the other mods. I am using Victoria's High Heel Walk, which somebody was nice enough to bring back for us, which was cool. So that's the load order there. I'm going to tick back up and I'll tell you about a couple of things as we move up. Now, Skyland all-in-one, I don't think it includes some of those other mods like the crates and barrels and all that. Now, maybe it does, but I didn't think it did the way the descriptions are written. So if I'm wrong, somebody let me know and I can save some space. But I'll keep looking out for that too. But for right now, I just wanted to use as much Skyland as I could. I am going to be using the Nightingale, the skimpy Nightingale armor for the girl. Let's see, there's the random alternate start, which works really well. Now, here's the thing I'm using that's, and I've talked about this before, I think, but Omen Weathers, you may find some of the interiors to be darker than you like, okay? But you can do a blend of different things here, and it includes Minty's lightning and a lot of stuff. And what I'm doing, let me see if I can show you here. What I'm doing is I am taking their advice here in several ways. I'm going in to the Obsidian Weathers power control, and I'll show you that in the game. And I make the sunlight 100% weaker, which that really does help. And I turn on the seasonal FX, which I like. Now, they use the rustic preset harsh. I don't use that. Instead, what I do is I use the Obsidian preset fantasy. And then I layered on the display enhancements changes up above there for preset 3, 9, 10, and then saturation and contrast and decreasing the brightness a little bit. And I like that effect. Now, that may mean that I'm wiping out the fantasy setting, but it could be that some of those settings are still there. I'm not sure. I was going for hopefully a layered effect. But even if it does, say that it does wipe out all of the fantasy effect, that's okay. I like the way it looks. So I wanted to mention that to you before we hop back into the game, and then I'll show you the powers real fast. I don't mean for this to be like a show, but I just want to talk to you about that just a little bit so you kind of understand. And like I said, now some of the interiors, okay, we're good there. So some of the interiors are going to be darker. Now this is early in the morning. This is like about 5 a.m. You can see it's a little foggy here. So don't worry about that so much, but the powers I'm using that I was talking about, if you look here, oh, wrong way. If you look under powers, well, I was configuring Minty's. I just want the lightning to hurt, so I turned the hurt on. That's kind of mean, but so be it. Okay, so Obsidian Weathers, that's the first thing I go in and I do to get this kind of look. And this may not be as bright as you're normally used to seeing in my game. And I go the weaker sunlight and I make it 100%. Okay? And I go to the FX and I turn it on. There, I just turned it off, but I turn it on and I leave it on. And then I went in the filters and I went fantasy. And I don't know if I do that right now if it's going to mess everything up. So I'm not going to hit it right now because I have everything set the way I want it. But then I hit fantasy and then I just exit out. I say, okay, I'm done. I've got what I wanted. Then I go to display enhancements. And that's another power here. And you know what? Let's just remove everything and I'll actually do it. Let's just remove everything. I'll show you. That way you'll see it for real. Because otherwise I'm just kind of showing you the menus. And I'm not really showing you how that is going to affect you. Okay, all effects are removed. That's good. Now, I think I saved that anyway, but I'm going to show you how I actually do it. So let's go into Obsidian Withers. And what we're going to do is going to turn that off. And weaker sunlight, we're going to turn that off. And let's see, filters, we're going to go default. We're just going to go back to the way this looked. Okay, so this is the way the game was. It's not awful. Certainly not. It's a little foggy here. It'd be nice if we had a better day, but this is just the way it is. We're just going to have to deal with it, okay? So in Obsidian Withers then, what I did was I came in, I said, okay, I want the weaker sunlight, 100%. I'm turning my seasons on, and then in the filters, I went fantasy, okay? It's too bad it's foggy. You can't appreciate the fantasy setting here. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so anyway, we're just going to have to deal with it for the moment. Then, oh, not here. Then, I went into, now I also went into Minty. I went into Minty. Hold on, we'll show you that real fast. Now, all I really did was I turned the damage on. I said, yes, they should hurt. Because the default is this. And if you look at show settings, it'll tell you fork lightning, sheet lightning, and it tells you stuff. And I didn't change any of that. I've played around with it before, though, and made it to where it would strike more often, which is fun. But nonetheless, so damage, I went ahead and said, yeah, they should hurt. Turn it on. And then when you look at show settings, it says hostile fork lightning, hostile sheet lightning, okay? That's all I did to Minty's, just so you know. Then, let's see. Let me look at my other. Okay, then under display enhancements. And I think I've shown you this before, but I'll just show you again. I did 3. Each of these is going to have its own effect. I did 3, preset 3, 9, and preset 10. Now, this is not an awful look itself. It's really not. But what else I do is I go in here and I give it a couple of saturations. Give that 2. And I give it 2 contrasts. And then I lower the brightness 1. Now, that may make my video look a little darker than normal. But the main place we're going to see some of that darkness, I'm going to do a save current settings. The main place we're going to see some of that darkness is in interiors, okay? And really, that's all I did. Now, when we get out in the sunlight and get summers other than this, summers, right? That's the way I say somewhere a lot of time. That's just habit. Let's see. Do I need anything here? My mind was thinking of something. But it's gone now. My mind is gone. Okay. Oh, quest-wise, what are we doing? Oh, we're just going to go investigate Helgen. I haven't picked up any other quests other than this for, what's her name? Anyway, the priestess there in Whiterun. We're at the Lover's Stone, which I always use the Lover's Blessing anyway. I think it will tell me, yeah, you already have this blessing. So I always use that one because I prefer it. Where's our marker taking us? This way? Alright. I've not done any exploring or anything. I do have no fall damage on. Where are we at exactly? We're near... Okay, so we're near Markoth and up here from Reachwater Bridge, which is not where we're going. So be it. So alright. I'm just gonna get us moving. I didn't know we were going to have such a foggy day. This is not a good... I don't like this type of mist and fog in the game, really. But a lot of your weather mods at least have some days that end up being this way. So that's just life, I guess.
Sorry, I have to go. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later.
So I want to acknowledge these people who directly support the channel. I really do appreciate that. And I really do appreciate everyone for watching the videos and interacting.
This has been an OwwThatSmarts production.
Game.